leaves would fall and bonfire night would come, and we would make bonfires. But every little place had that, like here, we used to call this the squares because the houses was built round a square of grass like that. And we used to call them the squares, so the squares had their bonfire. Ponthead, Shanghai had their bonfire. Bradley had their bonfire.
Bonfire night lasted for a month before we set fire to it. You know, there was all the collecting of all the rubbish and the three-piece. You had to have a three-piece suite, you know, to make the, you know, for your camp, like, you know, and then you built the bonfire around the camp. And some of the bigger lads with the motorbikes used to drag the branches up from the woods and whatever.
Rivalry always prided themselves on having the best bonfire in the area. And this year we had a marvellous bonfire because the railway line that ran from the top of the street at Villarreal went all the way to the Medemsley pit, the Derwent pit at Medemsley. And this year this renewed a lot of the sleepers, the wooden sleepers under the line. So as fast as they were taking the old sleepers out, we were nicking them for the bonfire. And we had a proper square made out of these sleepers. And it was beautiful, filled with all the rubbish. It would have gone beautiful until we got a visit from the NCB and the police. These are our sleepers. We want them back, and they dismantled the whole bonfire and took the sleepers away. And that was that. So we had to raid other bonfires, which we always did.
We used to go around and pinch off each other's bonfires. So you had to have guards on the bonfires to stop this happening.
Now and again we set fire to them as well, just as a little bit, because they used to visit our bonfire and set them alight as well. It used to be a thing between villages. Well, even Pont, and that's where they came from, concert all over, just to set somebody else's bonfire light so that theirs was better than ours.
And then there was one night we went to the one down at the bottom of Leadgate opposite the Sportsman's, and I tripped over and I landed on a broken bottle. So that was the second broken bottle I'd landed on. Dr. again, Dr. Lawrence, if you do this again, I'll have to amputate your leg. So I never ever cut my leg again.
And when the fire burned down, you used to put your potatoes in and got the roasted potatoes, the black as the ace of spades, but inside there were beautiful cooked potatoes with the salt. You always had a little packet of salt. So
I mean, now when I think about it, I could be sick because you used to have to peel all the black off it to eat it. But you know what it is? They were the best tasting taties around. They were lovely. And used to have, we'd ever had Halloween. We used to do penny for the guy for bonfire. We used to go around the street, make a bogey or something, or if anybody had a pram, old pushchair, we used to make the guy ourselves, put them in there, drag them around the street, stand outside the club. The club you got lots of pennies off people going in and out the club. And we used to say penny for the guy, up to the bonfire. Then you'd buy your own fireworks with all the money that you collected in for your gang that had the bonfire down Shanghai.
because you wonder how people didn't lose eyes. We used to have fights play fights, but one end of the village would fight the other end of the village on bonfire night, and you'd wait until they came at the bottom of the street and then set a rocket down, and the rockets were flying and you were coming up and dodging these rockets that were flying at you all the time, or bangers thrown at you, or jumping jacks. Do you remember all them? Yeah, they're all good fun. And the louder the bang, the better.